My name is Sitsoto Hlohlomi. I'm excited to record this video for the Technology Skills series to tell you a bit about my work and what I do. I am a senior IT systems engineer and I am also the team lead for the IT help desk. So my work is in two parts. Firstly, as the IT systems engineer, I deal with managing and monitoring all installed infrastructure. These are the servers or the computers that we use to provide services to our clients or the organizations that we support on the network. I also deal with installing, managing, and configuring operating systems. The operating systems that I deal with largely are the Windows Server operating systems and the Windows Client operating systems, that is Windows 8, Windows 10. I also deal with applications that come with the Windows Server operating system. These applications include Active Directory, which we use for creating organizational user accounts on the network, so that clients or employees can log onto their computers, can log onto their emails using these accounts. I support other applications like DHCP, DNS, as well as email applications like your Microsoft Exchange, as well as the Office 365 applications. One other application I deal with is the VMware application, which we use to create virtual computers in order to save space by minimizing the amount or the number of physical computers that we use. The second part of my job is managing the IT help desk. The help desk is a resource that we use to provide information and support to the end user or the client. The kind of support that we provide is basically technical support regarding hardware issues and software issues and requests, and ensuring that SLAs, which are service level agreements, are met. This is to ensure that service requests or queries are resolved in a reasonable amount of time and that the client is happy with the service that we've provided. A typical day for me is me walking into work and settling down. And after I've had my cup of tea, I check if my computers or if my services are running without any errors. Once I've confirmed this, I need to check if there's anyone starting at the organization so that we can check whether the accounts were created successfully and the passwords were sent out, to check if the laptops are ready for collection. The next thing is to check if there's anyone leaving the organization. This is where we'll be disabling the accounts, waiting for the laptop that they were using to be returned to us. Next will be me sending out the help desk reports. This will basically be a summary of the requests that we received. How many are open, how many were resolved, how many are either pending client information or any other feedback that could be hindering the progress of the ticket. Once this is done, then we dive into the actual requests that are on the help desk. These requests range from hardware requests, range from hardware support. My computer's broken, it's not working. My office won't load. My laptop is crashing. So this is where I find myself having to deal with these technical issues that are not related to services that I actually provide. Alright, so the applications that I use most frequently in my job, firstly is the Microsoft Office suite, mostly Microsoft Outlook for sending and receiving emails, and other applications like your Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, as well as the PowerPoint application. I then use the remote desktop application, which you use to connect remotely to the computers that we use. These are the servers that we use to provide services, and I often access them remotely from my laptop or the laptop that I use. One other application that I use is the help desk application, where service requests are logged onto. We can also use this to respond to the tickets, or they could be sent to our emails directly. What I love about my job is the value that we provide. Giving access to emails, providing access to Microsoft Teams for collaboration, allowing our clients to have file services in order to store their documents safely. I would say it's the value that we bring to our clients as the IT department that is very fulfilling for me. And secondly, it's being a hero, being able to resolve people's issues, technical issues. My laptop isn't working, my applications aren't starting up. The gratitude that our clients show after you've been able to resolve their issues is very fulfilling. So I think that's one part of my job that I love very much. One other thing that I love about my job is the challenges that we're constantly faced with. Every problem that you solve means a learning curve for you, and it means better service you can provide, because it means solving future requests quicker because you've learned from previous challenges that you faced. So I think it's the constant learning and the challenges that we're presented with that makes me enjoy my work. Moving right along to challenges. I think the first challenge I'd like to mention is the strain on your eyes. Working full-time on a laptop is very strenuous, and I think that's the one challenge that I think is affecting me mostly. Secondly, maintaining our systems. Usually we have to maintain our infrastructure after hours because they're in use during the day, and this could affect your work-life balance, because say you're installing updates on a server, it takes about maybe 2 to 3 hours to do your tests and check that everything's working, and if it's not, then you need to proceed to troubleshoot, and this takes more of time that you could be spending with your family. The next challenge is, I know I mentioned that challenges are good that we're presented with, but it's not always so fun, because what could be a solution for one user could probably not be a solution for somebody else, and it means more time spent on the internet, Googling, looking for more solutions to problems, and it's very time consuming. It can be tedious and strenuous also. So I think those are the challenges I would say that I deal with in my kind of work. With regards to education, okay, maybe let me start with what I did in school. I have a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Computer Systems and Networks, which I got from the NUL. And this is where my love for working with computers started. I would always upgrade my own computer. I would always fix my own issues. And working with that computer made me aware of how much I want to work with computers, mostly to provide services, to be in control of what it does. And above that, I've gone to Microsoft trainings for Windows Server. I've gone to training for VMware. So this is where I got a job-specific training, which helps me a lot with what I do. And apart from that, there are certifications that you can also obtain once you've either gone for training or studied on your own with material that you can obtain online. I have a Microsoft Certified Professional Certificate, as well as a Microsoft Certified Solutions Associate Certificate for Windows Server 2012. There are certifications for VMware, there are certifications for Exchange servers, although Exchange is slowly moving towards the Office 365, where now Microsoft hosts these servers for you and you just manage the applications and not the servers themselves. So there's a lot of training and material as well as certifications available that are specific to what I currently do, that have helped me do really well in my work. All right, as for skills that you need for this kind of a job, I would say firstly, patience, because we deal with users day in and day out, and being able to be patient enough to resolve people's issues, because some users are just very hard to work with. And once you've been patient, you also need to persevere, because there are issues that will definitely give you a hard time resolving. And once you have that perseverance to get things done, to get issues resolved, then I think you'll definitely get things done really well. Apart from that, you need to be a good listener, and you need to be able to communicate, because as indicated, we deal with not only computers but people mostly, since we're the one that we provide since we're providing services and assistance to these users. So you need to be able to communicate efficiently, to be able to listen and understand what the problem is, as well as being able to envision what the issue is like, because we assist our users remotely most of the time. So I think this is the education and the skills that you'd need for this. To sum things up, I'd recommend this kind of work, or anything that has to do with either system administration or system engineering, as well as IT support, to someone who loves working with computers and enjoys working with computers, because you'll either be fixing something on a computer, or fixing the computer itself, or providing some form of service using the computer. And as long as it's something that you enjoy working with, then you'll be perfectly fine. Next, you'd need to be very patient and persistent, because as indicated, clients are at the center of what we do with the services that we provide. And lastly, I would say somebody who enjoys learning and is willing to constantly learn, because the technologies we use are constantly evolving, and with that you need to either upgrade your certification or learn something new. And we're always on the internet trying to learn to do a lot of things. So as long as you love working with computers, are very patient, this job is for you.